Okay, so with Wano being roughly, I'd say, close to the end of Act 3, I think it's time to start thinking about the next arc for One Piece, right? Like, Wano's been going on since when? 2018 in the anime, or in the manga, and 2019 in the anime? So it's been like 2 and 3 years, respectively, or 3 and 2 years, respectively. And personally, I have a pretty solid idea on what they're gonna do, at least my hope for it anyway. I have a few ways I think they could go, but I think they're gonna go with the first one I talk about, but we'll get into that now in a sec. But first of all, let's see, how long do I think Wano's gonna last? I think we're gonna be in Wano until like 2022 at the very least, or the end of this year. So like very end of this year, like November, December, or we could be in Wano until like January of next year. That's what I think anyway. Because Oda tends to make his arcs a bit longer, and I think he might want to make this the longest arc by a long shot so he can't surpass it. I think he might want Wano to be the longest. I have a feeling he might though. I don't know, maybe that's just me, you know. I have my weird thoughts that way. Because I think Act 3 is coming to a close, but not for quite a while. Like, I think by the end of March, we might have the end of Act 3, or maybe the end of April. One of them, one or the other, we're gonna have the end of Act 3. Because you need to have all the Straw Hats in defeat if you want to end it in tragedy. And there could also be another tragedy, right? Where it's like, I do think it's gonna end in tragedy, but I think it's gonna end in tragedy for the CP0 members. Specifically, those who are doing the go boards. I think they're gonna realize, oh fuck, they've taken over all of Kaido's crew, or majority of the gifters, right? So they're gonna kick ass now, and then Kaido's crew gets demolished. I think the Straw Hats are gonna demolish the executives, at least in a general sense. Obviously, there's gonna be a fight, and it's gonna be a close fight, but like they're not gonna come out of it being unable to move, right? And they're gonna be able to fight back against the CP9 members. That's my opinion on it anyway. And I think that's gonna be considered the tragedy, and then whatever we go after Act 3 is also going to be considered tragedy. So maybe we might find out, and I'll get into this now, but maybe we might find out that, oh, Cobra's been killed, because I'm pretty sure that's very likely at this point. Cobra's dead, but I have a feeling Sabo's not dead or captured, right? Or maybe he is captured, but I think the world government decided to frame him for Cobra's murder, and they tried to kill Vivi, and Sabo took her from the Marijois. I don't know why he'd do that, but I just have a feeling he would have done that. Maybe he found out about Cobra's murder and tried to protect Vivi, because, you know, he's a nice guy. Plus, he might know about the connection from Vivi and Luffy, and, you know, he said he'd help his brother no matter what situation he was in, you know. Or what I think might be able to set up a Celestial Dragon invasion arc straight after this is basically what will happen is they both get captured, right? I know people are like, oh, let's not get Sabo captured, so Luffy has to rescue him. But I think Vivi and Sabo will be captured. And what will happen then is, after Wano, Luffy finds out about this, and he's like, well, you know, one of my crewmates, because I consider Vivi a honorary crewmate to an extent, like, you know what I mean? So he's like, one of my crewmates have been captured, bro. We need to go and sort this out, right? And then Luffy's not like thinking shit. He doesn't think. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck, man? We're going to Marijois. No, he just finds a way to get up to Marijois. Like, maybe he uses the Sunny, right? Because Frankie has a bunch of ways to upgrade the Sunny, especially with all the new stuff they're gonna find on Wano. And there are definitely ways they can build. Oda can kind of construct a way for them to be able to get up there, or they can find, because of the cover story, we might see Beige come to Wano. We might see what's it called? What's his name? Shikon Beige? Is that his name? I don't know how to pronounce it. The guy with the cigarette and the baby. We might see him come to Wano, and then he has his little castle thing, and that might be how they get up to Marijois, the Holy Land, right? And then I can just imagine him and Luffy and his crew basically storming the Holy Land, right? So if this happens, I don't think Oda will have the the CP0 members make it out of Wano, because I have a feeling what will happen is, hypothetically, let's say Yamato joins the crew, right? Just real quick, Luffy comes in charging in with his crew, and wherever Vivi's being held is publicly, right? They want to kind of show it off publicly, at least to the officials of the world government, not necessarily to the world, but publicly to the officials and the, what would you call them, Celestial Dragons, right? And what happens then is Luffy and his crew slam through the roof, smash through the roof, right? Like, absolutely clatter their way in, and then you see, don't you dare touch my crew. Don't you dare touch a member of my crew. As like Nami is like putting her hand out to her or something. Like like putting their hand out, like, come on, Vivi, we're here to save you, right? And then, like, Luffy might even give her the straw hat, right? Like, something like that. Something like being like, symbolic like that, being symbolic like that, Something cool like that, bro. That'd be sick. And then they have to fight their way out of the Holy Land. And then, obviously, because Dragon might have came to save Sabo, maybe that's how he interacts with his dad for the first time, right? Because he comes to save Vivi, and probably Sabo as well. But they run into the Revolutionary Army trying to save Kuma and Sabo, and he's trying to save Vivi, right? He's obviously going to come for Sabo, but let's say he runs into Vivi first, right? And that's it. Then the Revolutionary Army and the Straw Hats cross paths. And obviously Shanks was shown to be on the Holy Land, and that would also tie into, Shanks ends up doing something. Maybe he runs into Luffy as well, and at the end of the arc, let's say, or even in the middle, and Luffy's like, why are you there, right? And he finds out the backstory of Shanks, and he's like, okay, cool. Luffy doesn't really give a shit, right? Everyone in the crew is like, what the fuck? You're this guy, or this happened, or you're like, you're the T-Pope? What the hell, Shanks? What? No, what? Alright, bro, or something like that, or I don't know. And basically what happens is either Shanks needs to kind of fake a fight between the Straw Hats and his crew, or him himself. I don't know if his crew is there or it's just him. And basically what happens is that's how they get off Marijois, right? He helps them in a way to kind of pretend to fight them and help them off Marijois. Or if he doesn't have to keep a lookup for the 5 elders, he just generally helps Luffy off some way. And obviously whatever deal he has with the 5 elders is just stopped there, right? Because he helped probably the next Pirate King. But I think that's when he's gonna be like, alright, Luffy, you're a great pirate now. It's time we settle this, right? It's time you gave me back the hat. And they decide, to go to Elbath, right? Because they need to go to Elbath. And let's say hypothetically, Shanks is the last poneglyph. He's like, Luffy, I have the last poneglyph. You've proven to me you are going to be a great pirate, or you're going to be the Pirate King. So I'm going to let you have the last poneglyph, and that's how they go to Elbath. But obviously something has to happen, or it's not really an arc, right? So here's what I think, yeah? And I'm not gonna say this is my own theory, because it's been spread around on the internet quite a bit, and I think it was originally done by Mr. Maj, but I kind of have a bit of an alteration to it because of the whole Celestial Dragon thing, right? I think he's gonna be like, listen, well, I'll give you the poneglyph, right? I'll give you the poneglyph. But Luffy's like, bro, I wanna fight you for it. I wanna show you how I've improved, right? So Shanks is like, okay, well, there was this thing that we used to do back in the day. I heard Roger talking about it when I was a kid, right? It's called the Davy Back fight. And that's when Luffy's like, oh, we did one of those with the worst pirate on the entire planet. Man. And then basically what happens then is Luffy is brought to Elbath with Shanks, basically, right? And then they decide to have a Davy Back fight, yeah? And that's the entire arc. Both, I'd say Usopp will tell the Elbathians about, I think Usopp will tell the Elbathians about, Broggy and, what was it? I don't remember. The 2 giants' names, right? The 2 giants, yeah? And what will basically happen then is probably something will happen with King Loki or Prince Loki. I think he'll be an antagonist, or something will be interrupted. Because the Davy Back fight's not going to finish, right? They need to have a major antagonist. I don't think Oda's going to let it finish. I think he's going to have something happen with Prince Loki or something like that. But in the end of the day, Usopp gets his arc to finish. He becomes a brave warrior of the sea. Hajime, or whatever his name is, declares his loyalty to Luffy once again. The new giant captain or whatever. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. But he declares his loyalty once again because he's the type of person that would reiterate it next time he sees Luffy. And he explains to the giants, this guy is he's awesome, bro. He's the next king of the pirates. Yeah? Or something like that. I have a feeling. Or they could do it this way. I think what's going to happen, obviously what I said there is what I think is going to happen. I think the whole Celestial Dragon thing is going to happen first. But I never picked up on this, right? What's the interaction between Luffy and Dragon gonna be like? Will we find out about Luffy's mother, or will we find out anything? Because I actually don't think so. I don't think so, because they both seem I haven't seen this guy in a while. Does it really fucking matter? I just think he's been oh, you're my dad? Cool. You've been taking care of Sabo? Alright, cool, bro. They might have one of these father and son face-offs where they glare down at each other, and maybe Dragon's you've been a good pirate, son, and then they just go their separate ways. I don't think it's going to be a big thing. I would like, maybe Dragon has a flashback of his own, but I don't think Luffy will find out about this. I think maybe we'll find out something as readers about his lineage or about his past or Dragon's past, but I don't think Luffy will. And I mean, I would love the Celestial Dragon arc, but it would also tie in, let's say it doesn't go to the Elbath right now, right? But Shanks is still there. Shanks is still on Mari Joie, right? So they can still have Shanks be involved because they said Shanks is going to make his move. But let's say Kaido survives this, right? And Kaido gets to start his big war, then no, never mind this, right? Never mind that, actually. No, I'm just thinking. What if, right, Kaido's big dream is to start a big war. What if, by Luffy invading Mari Joie, he starts the big war that Kaido wanted to start? That would be awesome, bro. That would be epic. I don't think that's going to happen because I think Oda mentioned once that he wanted to do the war after Luffy found the One Piece. So that might not happen. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's most likely not going to happen. But it would be sick. Absolute epic. Alright. It would be awesome though. Seriously, it'd be awesome to have Luffy do that. Like, he destroys Kaido, maybe kills him. No, I'd say what's gonna happen is Luffy is gonna beat Kaido, and Zoro's just gonna come in and chop off his head. Like, Kaido's gonna be down and out, right? Luffy's like, oh, don't kill him, Zoro. And Zoro's like, no, he's too much of a threat, and literally just chops his head off. That way Zoro still gets the kill, and it's gonna be sick, because I feel like he's just gonna walk up to Kaido and just slice his head off, right? Kaido's already on the ground. And then, like, Sanji comes up, and he's like, alright, lads, let's have Kaido soup. Nah, that's not gonna happen, bro. That'd be cool, though. That'd be cool. Nah, but I think that's what's gonna happen. There could be other ways of doing it as well, obviously. I think the war would be epic. The war idea would be cool, but I'd also like the fucking, the Elbath way. But at the same time, I think it is a slight bit contrived to have Shanks help them out of Mari Joie. I think so. He might just come up to Luffy and be like, okay, meet me at Elbath. That's where the last poneglyph is. Because I feel like he'd be like, this is your final challenge. If you're able to get out of Mari Joie, you are a great pirate, right? That might happen. That actually might be a better way to look at it, right? It's like, this is your final challenge, and he might set it for Luffy there at Mari Joie, and he might also prove himself to the world as the true fifth Yonko, or the true Yonko, and a real Yonko, you know what I mean? He might prove it there, prove to be, and his bounty will skyrocket, right? It will go past, I have a feeling that it will go past Blackbeard's. I don't think it will go past Kaido's, because I think he's only going to have like 2 or 3 more jumps now, and I think I think Kaido's is over 3 million or 3 billion, so I think Luffy's going to hit 3 billion. Zoro's is going to be like 1.5 billion, or no, sorry, yeah, no, actually, no. Usopp's is going to be 1.5 billion, Zoro's is going to be 2 billion, and Sanji's is going to be like 1.7 billion, right? Or something like that, because it's going to be skyrocket, right? You take down 2 Yonkos, your bounty's going to skyrocket. I know it seems unrealistic, but it really is. And you invade Mari Joie, like this is after Mari Joie, all these bounties, by the way. So I don't know about Nami or Robin. I think once they find out that Robin is right next to reading the next poneglyph, they're probably going to be like, alright, fuck it, you getting 1 billion plus. I would love Robin to get 1 billion plus, but it might just be 500 million or something. I don't know, man. It'd be epic though, because realistically, Robin should have the highest bounty in the crew, right? Because she's the one who can read the poneglyphs, and if Luffy didn't have Robin, he wouldn't be the Pirate King. It's hard to say, right? Like, but what other routes could they go? They could go to Lodestar straight away, or think of it this way. So remember that chapter with Blackbeard where he's like, okay, let's go before people catch on to it, right? So remember that chapter with Blackbeard where he's like, alright, let's go to that place before the rest of them find it. I think what happened was, here's another way they could go, is maybe Pluton was revealed, the location of Pluton, by Cobra to the world government, and that was somehow found out by Big News Morgans. So everyone's going to Alabasta, and after this they all find out about this, and they still figure out, oh Jesus, Vivi's in danger, right? So they decide, okay, let's go to Alabasta. So for somehow they have a Alabasta or a Return to Alabasta arc where they have to, I guess, protect the kingdom from Blackbeard, it looks like. But then the problem with that is Shanks was told to make his move in 2021. But then again, that could just be an intermediate chapter. So we could be alright there, could still fit in. It's hard to say, right? It's really tough to say, to be honest. I think that would also be cool. That way you could have Blackbeard be settled before the final arcs, and you could just have it be like the proper villains, right? Because I don't like Blackbeard, bro. I don't like him at all. I don't know why. I liked him more after watching it, like after watching the Marineford arc, but I still just don't like him very much. I mean, they could go that route. I think that'd be also cool, but I personally would like the idea of them invading Marijois. But then again, the whole Blackbeard thing wouldn't make sense if they are invading Marijois, right? Unless he's trying to go to Marijois for whatever reason. But then, since they're invading the warlords... Oh, I didn't even think about the warlords. Crap. Because the whole thing with Boa Hancock... Maybe she's kidnapped. And she comes to save Vivi, right? And he's not going to realize with Boa, right? He's not going to give a shit. He's going to come save Vivi. But he indirectly saves Hancock. And Hancock just like falls over fucking heel. Falls over in love with him even more now, right? And all because of indirectly coming to save him. And everyone's going to be like, oh, he's the partner of the Pirate Empress or something indirectly. So he gains even more notoriety in a comedic way. And Sanji is like really angry with him. That'd be awesome, though. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome, dude. Or they could do is, I know people were mentioning it a lot, this is a major theory, is that they capture her sisters and she teams up with Luffy to attack Marijois, which would make a lot of sense. I don't know. I feel like that would make sense because I don't think Kobe could beat Hancock. I think Kobe is a strong fighter, but I feel like him beating someone with Conqueror's Haki would just not make sense at this point in the story. Because if you didn't know, Boa does have Conqueror's Haki. It was mentioned in the Amazon Lily arc. I don't know, like that could be interesting though, to have her and Luffy team up. Maybe she becomes, because she's no longer a warlord, she'd be the only one of the warlords I think would be willing to be like a fleet member, right? But she would be like, I'm a crew member, bro. Like she would become a quote unquote fleet member, but she would consider herself a crew member, you know what I mean? And I didn't even I forgot to mention that earlier on, like when they invade Marijois, the government obviously know about Kaido's kid, right? Imagine that in the newspapers. Kaido's kid is part of the Straw Hat Pirates. Like, not only, like, I don't think people understand. That's the reason I support Kaido or Yamato being part of the crew. Because that headline in One Piece, in the news, Kaido's kid has joined the Straw Hat Pirates. That would make fucking waves. That would be unbelievable. Can you imagine that? I don't think anyone's thinking about that now. But that's fucking crazy, bro. Like, imagine when they invade Marijois. That happens, right? They're like, holy shit, Kaido's kid is part of the Straw Hat Pirates. Like, that would be epic, bro. That'd be awesome. Oh my god, man. I'm just thinking about that now. Oh, I really want to see that. I really want to see that, bro. Oh, Jesus Christ. I really want to see that. Oh my god, Oda, please let Yamato join the crew. I just want to see, just for that fucking newspaper. Come on, bro. I don't like Yamato. They'd be awesome on the crew, bro. Honestly. Jesus, Yamato would be awesome just for that newspaper article alone, bro. Honestly, man. Honestly. Nah, Jesus, just thinking about the next few arcs. Yeah, I'm just so excited, bro. I'm just getting excited talking about them, man. I can't wait if Elbath comes through with the whole, like, going to Shanks and going to find the last Poneglyph. Man, that's gonna be awesome. Because I don't think the last arc, like the One Piece arc, finding the One Piece, is gonna be big. Because if Oda goes with the war idea for after One Piece, he's got the One Piece arc is going to be kind of tranquil. I feel like it's going to be a Zoe type arc, and then we go straight into a massive war. Like, obviously he's going to put a lot of focus on it because he found the One Piece, right? But then the massive war, man, straight after, like maybe the chapter after they find the One Piece, they have like a chapter where they're like, we found it, let's go. And then like Upon Gangnam Style players playing, be all cringy. He planned this from like 2012, and he was like, okay, we're going to play this music in the background. And he, like, each one who got the fucking thing or fucking chapter online gets like a little audio CD, and all you see is they come in, they see all this golden treasure, and then on top of that you've got a Wupong Gang style playing in the background because Oda turns out to be a massive sci-fi. Oh my god, I don't know why that came into my head just there. I was thinking of like 2013, man. Oh no, man, that was a bit weird. Oh Jesus, I can't wait. Oh my god. No, but just imagine it, right? So I think what's gonna happen is, like, they're gonna find the One Piece. There's gonna be like 2 or 3 chapters where it's literally just them reveling in their success, and then BAM, right? That's like a war breaks out straight away, right? Oh, that'd be awesome. And then the end of One Piece comes in with Luffy winning the war, and announcing himself as Pirate King. And probably, like, I don't, over the years of, like, you know, just watching media, I've come to the realization, if a character dies, or if your creator is willing to kill off their characters permanently, it makes them seem like better writers if they do it right, because reincarnation seems really stupid a lot of the time, you know what I mean? So I'm actually okay with Luffy dying at the end of the series, but I don't want it to be at like 19 years of age, right? I want him to be like I want him to be at least the same age Roger was, because I want to see a like middle-aged Luffy. Even if they like do flash panels, right? I think that will be cool. You need to let him revel in being the Pirate King for a while. If they don't do that and they just kill him off during the war after he's become Pirate King, and that's how the series ends, he gets executed after the war, like maybe something happens where the world government is overthrown, but they need a scapegoat to justify it, and they're like, Luffy, would you do it? And Luffy's like, yeah, sure, if this helps bring a new age to the world or something. Because, right, he's friends with Kobe, and maybe he's like, I've achieved my dream, I've become what I want to, there's nothing left for me in life. That could as easily happen, and then they're like, okay, we'll use you as a scapegoat to justify overthrowing the world government, right? And then Kobe or Smoker as like fleet admiral is like, this pirate overthrew the world government and blah blah blah, and how dare he? And he gets executed at the end of the series, and like obviously he's faking it because Kobe's a big Luffy fan and stuff like that, but that's actually, yeah, man, imagine that on Kobe having to execute Luffy, or at least fame and execution, right? That would be mad. And then Luffy, the last chapter of the series is just Luffy in the Roger pose, and maybe he just like pisses off the Kobe entirely and goes, I've left my treasure all in one piece, go find it. And then they skip forward to like 10 years later and someone's found it, and it's just like, lol, I left it, fuck you. No. But like, imagine that, like, but imagine that, right? Like, Luffy decides to do a speech like Rogers, and he's like, I've left my treasure all in one piece, go find it. Starts the second pirate era, man. Imagine he ends it off like that. No. He's gonna end it off with like just a panel of Luffy dying, or like with the cross swords like they did with Roger, like this. That'd be cool, man. That'd be really cool, actually, now I'm thinking about that. I know this was supposed to be an idea for the next arc, and it kind of turned into my idea for how One Piece is gonna end. I mean, I have more ideas on that, but Jesus, I went off the rails a little bit there, so apologies. But it was fun. I enjoyed doing this. Man, I wonder what they're gonna. I wonder what Oda's gonna do, man. I'm really excited. Even just talking about this, I'm sure you could hear it in my voice, but I was so excited. I'm really excited about this upcoming arc. Oh my god. Hopefully the first thing I mentioned happens, where like Luffy and all invade Marijois. That would be epic. I want to see that. Oh, I really want to see that now. Alright, I'm praying. I'm doing my daily prayer to Lord Oda before the end of this, bro.